everyone, good day. So this is Ma'am Gwen, and as promised, I will be recording our third and last topic for third quarter since face-to-face classes has been suspended due to hot weather. So I am hoping that everyone is safe and please keep and stay hydrated. Okay? So this afternoon class will be discussing about Larong Lahi, and this will be our last topic for third quarter before our periodical exam. So this topic class is very short and very literal lang po talaga masyado. So I'll just discuss to you precisely, and direct to the point, because the purpose and the objective of this topic is really for you to enjoy and while while reminiscing your past and appreciating our culture. Okay, so our topic is Larong Lahi. So for our lesson objectives, these are the goals and objectives that we need to achieve by the end of the discussion. So number one, we have to define and identify traditional Filipino games. Number two, we have to explain the importance of preserving traditional Filipino games. And number three, play traditional Filipino games with enthusiasm. So, let's try and see kung ma-achieve natin lahat ng objectives na sinet natin for this topic. So, laro ng lahi. So, when we say laro ng lahi, class, it is a cultural and a subtle and fun way of instilling Filipino spirit among the youth. So, a term used to refer to the traditional Filipino games that have been played for centuries by the ancestors of the Filipino people. These games have been passed down from generation to generation. These games are typically played outdoors and involve physical activity, strategy, and luck. Examples of these traditional Filipino games include patintero, tombang preso, sungka, luksong lubid, and piko, and so many more pa. When we say laro ng lahi, class, it is like, it's part of our culture, our traditions, and through Filipino games. So, when we say laro ng lahi, class, ito yung mga games na mismo yung Filipinos talaga ang nag-discover and nag-improvise, So, imagine, laro ng lahi is like played by our ancestors, but still, alam pa rin natin itong laruin at nape-preserve natin. It's because part nga siya ng ating culture. Sino naman po, di ba, ang gustong makalimutan kung ano yung mga kultura at tradisyon na nakasanayan natin dito sa Pilipinas, So, of course, to help our young generations like you to still remember the essence of being a Filipino and to appreciate our culture, dinidiscuss at sinasali po natin ang laro ng lahi sa PE classes natin. Okay, number one, we have the patentero. So, patentero class, or kung sa atin pa sa Bisaya, ito yung tubiganay, Patentero is a traditional Filipino game that is usually played by two teams. So, there are two teams, class, na maglalaban-laban, and their objectives is to run around a series of obstacles and try to avoid being tagged by members of the opposing team. Ang ibig sabihin ng class is, for example, kayo yung naglalaro, tapos yung kalaban nyo ang nagbabantay. Dapat makalampas kayo doon sa lines na hindi kayo natataya or natatap ng kalaban ninyo. Pag nagawa nyo yun, nakabalik kayo ulit doon sa home, meron na kayong 1 point or goal. Okay? So that is patentero. So I'm not going to, class? To dig deeper what is patentero. Kasi alam nyo naman itong game na ito So sige lang, magkakaroon din tayo ng time na laruin ito. Hopefully next week. Okay? So, patentero class is most widely known and played game in the country, and it is usually played both outdoor and indoor. Pero mas okay siyang laruin talaga outdoor. And in this game, there must be 2 teams with equal number of players. So kung ilang players yung meron class, yun din yung gagawin ninyo na rectangle type na parang alam ka ba ng balagbalay sa damang? Kanang paana, rectangle, tapos na line 3, line, line, line. Ganon din ang pagkakagawa ng patintero. Okay? Next one, we have the Piko. So, Piko class, it is a traditional Filipino game that is similar to hopscotch. So, sa atin, bilang Filipino, mas kilala ito sa Bisaya na Piko Baro. Okay, Piko Baro, meron din tayong King Cross, meron din King Palda, no? So, marami siya. So, yung point lang ng game na ito is magdo-drawing kayo, no, ng piko, yung piko baro, and then meron kayong pamato, pwedeng piso or coin, pwedeng yung basag na tiles, di ba? Basta any flat, no, na pamato, and then yun yung ilalagay natin or itatapon natin sa bawat boxes, and kapag natapos natin yun, you'll get the chance na makuha ng bahay. So, malalaman natin kung sino yung nanalo, kung sino yung may pinakamaraming bahay. Okay, that is piko. And of course, you are very familiar with sack race, no? Sack race, they have to hop forward, mag-ambak ba, from a starting point toward a finish line. So, the first person to cross the finish line is the winner of the sack race. So, itong sack race class, very classic, no? Very common talaga to sa mga palaro, like meron sa mga Amazing Race, even sa mga fiesta or sa birthdays, no? Nilalaro natin itong sack race. So, as you can see sa picture, may sako, papasok lang kayo sa sako, and then, merong starting line, doon kayo magsa-start, magja-jump kayo mapunta sa kabilang finish line. No? So, paunahan yan, class. Minsan, pwedeng individual, pwede rin siyang relay. So, paunahan siya, kung sino yung unang makakarating sa finish line, sila yung panalo. Okay? That is sack race. And we also have tug of war. So, si tug of war class, it is a game, no, locally known as kulyor or rope pulling. So, itong tug of war class, it is a battle of strength. So, kailangan mo ng enough talaga na lakas para manalo ka sa tug of war. No? Dalawang teams ang kailangan dito. So, equally divided pa rin sila, and then they'll have to pull, no, each other using a rope. So, kung sino yung matutumba na nakahawak sa rope, sila yung talo. Okay? So, ganun lang naman siya. But, the disadvantage lang ng tug of war is, syempre gumagamit tayo ng PC o ng rope. So, medyo rough, no? Yung texture ng rope. Kapag nasobra tayo doon sa paghila at paghawak, possible na masusugat yung kamay natin. So, mas better talaga na meron tayong ilagay na support sa hands natin like tela, cloth, or gloves para at least maiwasan natin yung sugat. Okay? That is tug of war. So, aside from those na nabanggit ko, class, marami pa pong examples ng larong lahi. Okay? So, here are the examples. We have the sepak takraw. So, itong sepak takraw, very common ito, no, and very present ito sa mga elementary hanggang high school na students, lalo na sa mga boys. So, sa sepak takraw class, it is considered as larong lahi kasi game pa rin naman siya. And, yung sepak takraw, meron pa rin siyang net, no, para siyang volleyball class, pero yung gagamitin natin is paa. And yung gamit nila na bola is para siyang kawayan na pabilog, ganon. So, that is sepak takraw. Meron din tayong tinatawag na luksong baka. Or sa atin man sa Bisaya, ang tawag na to ani kay Maylo-Maylo. Diba? So, etong luksong baka class, you'll just have to literally jump, no? Against the alot or taya, no? Kumbaga yung taya na tinatawag natin. So, naka-leveling din yan sa class. Yung merong number 1 na parang pinakamababa pa ng level hanggang pataas na pataas. And kung hanggang saan nyo kayang mag-jump. Okay, that is luksong baka. Meron din tayong tagu-taguan or taguanay sa Bisaya na pila na lang ka oras, wala pa nimo nakita ni muhang kalaban, no? Munggawas na lang sila, kay giapas na sila sa ilang mama. Kay hawod ka sila magtago. Okay, so that is tago-taguan or hide and seek. Ang goal naman ng tago-taguan class is you'll just have to look for a place na hindi ka makikita agad. Tapos, kung you get the chance na wala na yung kalaban, pwede kayong mag-save para hindi na kayo yung magiging taya. Parang ganun siya, no, hide and seek or tago-taguan. And then, meron din tayong Shato game class. Yung Shato, hindi masyado lahat nakakalaro nito, no? Kasi hindi siya masyadong familiar sa iba. Pero si Shato class, ano siya? Para siyang, alam niyo yung baseball or softball? Para siyang ganon, pero yung ginagamit nila is stick. No? So, itatapon yung stick tapos dapat matitira siya nung itong nakahawak ng stick din. So, meron ding time na magsha-shout yung taya and then hahabulin yung mga kasama niya na naglalaro din. Mga ganon. Shato game. We also have Jack and Poy, very common. No? Like, pag bata na to, muragtanan na bagay, kung dili na to mapagkasunduan, fix dayon, o fix be. O kung kisa madaog sa fix mo, itong makakuha niya, o, na ganon, Jack and Poy. So, sa Jack and Poy class, meron lang tayong 3, no, na ginagamit. We have rock, paper, and scissors. So, yan yung tatlong ginagamit natin for Jack and Poy. And then, we also have the sipa game, or mas kilala sa atin na takyan. So, usually, boys ang nakikita ko talaga naglalaro ng takyan. Yung afternoon, no, after lunch break, pag hindi pabalik sa classroom, andoon ang boys sa may flagpole. Bahal nag-init kayo nagtakyan. Bahal gugaw na kayo ang uniform nagtakyan. So, yan yung sipa game or takyan na alam natin. And then we also have the yo-yo game. So, si yo-yo class, yung objective niya is yun, patagalan lang talaga na mag-roll yung yo-yo, tapos may mga tricks pang nalalaman. So, ganun lang naman yung yo-yo. We also have jackstones. Si jackstones naman, usually nilalaro siya ng girls. So, meron siyang 6 stars. So, dapat makuha mo yung 6 na yon using the ball na hindi siya mahuhulog. Okay? And we have the trompo game or the kasing. So, yan yung kasing. Kailangan natin mapaikot yung kasing, no, ng patagalan din. Itong trompo class, although madali lang siyang gawin, pero pag baguhan ka, kailangan mo talagang matutunan kung paano siya paikutin. Kasi kung hindi ka marunong, hindi talaga siya iikot. So, meron siyang mga strategies para umikot talaga siya and magtagal siya. May iba pa nga na meron pa siyang mga tricks no, nilalagay nila sa may tansan, sa kamay, no? So, tinatali-tali pa nila. So, marami naman siyang mga styles and tricks. Okay? So, those are some class, no, na may examples ng larong lahi. Kasali din dyan yung mga tumbang preso, ano pa ba? Bagoongay, mga ganon, di ba? Yun yung mga nilalaro natin pag bata. So, those are part of larong lahi. So, traditional games class are a way to connect, no, to connect with our past. Kasi, itong larong lahi class is, sabi ko kanina, nilalaro pa ito ng ating mga ancestors, no, mga kababayan at kaninununuan. So, it is a way to reminisce, no, to remember, no, yung childhood memories natin na that time, wala pang problem. Yung iisipin na natin is maglalaro tayo at yung problema lang natin is kung susunduin na tayo ng ating mama at papa na may pamalo. Diba? So, it also reminds us of a simpler time. Yung simple lang talaga yung life. Walang problema, laro lang, punta lang dun sa friends, laro, tapos pag uwi, kain, then matutulog, bukas, laro na naman, ganun. So, these games also, would be very, very useful, no, during gatherings, reunions, or whatsoever. Pwede siyang natin gawing activity so that this would bring us closer to our family, even to our friends, or most especially to our culture, no? It's like, naglalaro lang talaga tayo. We're learning, but we're also having fun. Pag larong lahi yung pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? Okay. So, that's it. No, that's it for our topic with larong lahi. So it's very short lang talaga class yung topic natin and I won't discuss it further pa kasi alam niyo na to yung mga games na ito no? So the main purpose ni Ma'am Gwen kung bakit ko to discuss and bakit ko talaga siyang binigyan ng time to insert sa topic natin is because, 'di ba? Pagkatapos after everything na sinacrifice natin sa ating studies, lahat ng pagod, lahat ng puyat, so deserve naman siguro natin na mag-enjoy, no? We are learning as well as we are also enjoying sa ating pag-aaral. Hindi naman pwedeng aral-aral-aral ng lahat. Tapos, exam, quiz. So, pwede rin naman tayong mag-aral habang nag-e-enjoy. So, yun yung gagawin natin dito sa larong lahi. Yun yung magiging objective natin. Tapos na tayong mag-learn at the same time, mag-e-enjoy din tayo ng ating, mag-e-enjoy tayo while learning our culture. No? So, that is larong lahi. Para ma-feel natin mabalik tayo doon sa nakaraan talaga na nag-enjoy tayo playing these games, no? Lalo na nung elementary tayo, we will be having a game next week. So hopefully, no, na makabalik na tayo with face-to-face classes so that we can conduct this game sa gym and on that day, we'll just enjoy talaga. Mag-enjoy lang talaga tayo on that day. Maglalaro tayo, magbabonding tayo with your classmates, with your teacher, and of course, with ourselves, no? Para makalimutan lang natin kahit sandali yung mga problema natin. Okay? So, ano yung gagawin natin next week? Okay. So, yung activity natin next week class, it will be your task performance, no? For third quarter. That is 50% ng grades natin. Okay? So, ano yung gagawin natin na activity? Larong Pinoy, but through Amazing Race. So, in Amazing Race ko siya class para marami yung games na malalaro ninyo. Kasi kung isa lang, baka matagalan tayo tapos hindi natin malaro yung iba. So, unlike dito sa Amazing Race, at least meron tayong at least 8 na mape-perform and malalaro during our task performance activity. So, meron siyang leveling class, Station 1 hanggang Station 8. So, first station is Pico or yung Pico Baro. No? Second station is magsa-sack race tayo. So, we will be dividing the class into 3 groups. No? 3 or 4 groups, depende kung gaano kayo karami. So, para lahat nakakalaro. No? Number 3, meron tayong Jack and Poy. Level 4, Jack Stones. Level 5, Luksong Baka or yung Milo-Milo. Level 6 is yung Sipa game or Takyan. So, dito tayo medyo alanganin kasi hindi lahat marunong magtakyan, no? So, kailangan matutunan nyo talaga ito. Level 7 is the Luksong Lubid or Jumping Rope. And level 8 is the Chinese Garter na gustong-gusto ng mga girls. No, even ako nilalaro ko ito nung elementary. Sa Chinese Garter, ang gagawin natin is yung 10-20. Si 10-20, sa bewang natin siya. Bewang yung level, tapos dapat maapakan yung dalawang garter sa number 100. Diba? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, 100. Ganon. Dapat maapakan talaga yung garter. Kasi yung ginagawa, pag bewang na is kanang magbika lang, di ba? Okay, dito hindi. Kailangan maapakan yung garter. Okay? So, of course, since may mga activities tayong gagawin, meron din tayong mga materials na dadalhin. So, these materials will be, sa tawag ani, ang magdadala nito is yung by group. Okay, by group tayo dito. Hindi siya individual. By group po tayo. So, ano yung mga dadalhin natin? Number 1, kailangan natin ng chalk. Para saan yung chalk, ma'am? Para sa pag-drawing natin ng piko or pico baro. Si sack naman, of course, kailangan natin ng sako for our sack race. Jack stones. So, syempre, meron tayong station na may jack stone. So, gagamitin natin ang jack stone. One set lang, yung may 6 na star and may isang bola. Marami yan class sa labas ng elementary school. So, kung gusto nyo makahanap ng mga ganito na materials, punta kayo ng school ng mga kapatid ninyo or magpa-utos kayo. Then, isang takyan din class for our sipa game. So, pwede kayong mag-DIY, pwede rin na bumili na lang. And then, jumping rope for our luksong lubid. And lastly, Chinese garter. So, Chinese garter class, since 10-20 yung lalaruin natin, kailangan niya ng 2 to 3 pieces na Chinese garter. Kasi hindi enough yung isa lang. Okay? And then, of course, don't forget kung ano yung susuotin at dadalhin natin. Please wear your jogging pants para mas comfortable tayo sa paglalaro. Wear white shirt, of course. Wear also your rubber shoes, no? And then, please bring towel, extra shirt, kasi alam kong magpapawisan talaga kayo. And, most especially, please bring water. Kasi we have to stay hydrated, lalo na at sobrang init ng panahon. Tapos, nasa gym pa talaga tayo niyan maglalaro. So, please don't forget to bring your water. Okay? So, eto yung gagawin natin next week class. Hopefully, makabalik na tayo with our face-to-face classes. And, as I have checked my calendar, next week, Tuesday, that is April 9, I think, holiday yan siya class, no? Kasi araw ng Kagitingan yan siya. So, sige lang, I'll be asking you kung kailan kayo magiging vacant, no? Pwede tayong Monday, pwedeng Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Basta mag-chat lang ako sa inyo, mag-a-ask ako kung ano yung available time ninyo para ma-move natin yung class natin. Kasi kailangan natin maghabol class kasi nga next week, exam na po. Okay? So, kailangan matapos natin ang task performance natin next week. So, I'll just contact your president, no, kung ano yung mga available dates ninyo. Kasi, available schedule, kasi ang Tuesday, holiday yon. Tapos, hindi pa sure kung mag-holiday yung Eid al-Fitr, yung pag-end ng Ramadan. So, possibly may dalawang holiday next week. So, may dalawang araw na mababangga yung holiday. Kaya, meron akong mga ita-transfer ng schedule. Okay? So, sige lang, pag-usapan lang natin yun sa Teams. Okay, so, please don't forget to bring these materials and don't forget to wear proper attire for our activity. So, I'll just post this announcement or this instruction sa Teams para meron kayong guide and meron kayong idea kung ano yung mga dadalhin natin. Okay? So, of course, since sa pag-usapan na natin ang task performance, pag-uusapan din natin. Okay, so here's the instruction for our third quarter online exam. So, since si PE classes, wala talaga siyang schedule ng face-to-face exam, so gagawin natin class is ilalagay natin siya sa ELMS para at least hindi na madagdagan yung schedule ng iti-take nyo na exam for that specific day. Okay? So, ang exam natin class is online exam and ilalagay ko ito via ELMS. So, of course, yung coverage natin is yung mga topics na diniscuss natin the past few weeks. So, we have the nature of sports activities, badminton, and larong lahi. So, dyan lang iikot yung exam natin. And kailan ito mangyayari? So, it will be on April 12 to 16. Imagine class, that will be next week na. Ang April 12, Friday po yan. So, sige lang, kung makayanan talaga na i-move, pwede pa naman na April 13 to 16. Para at least matapos yung klase next week, the whole week talaga. Kasi kailangan natin unahin yung ating task performance. So, take note also class, no permit, no exam tayo. So, I am asking the assistance no, or help of our secretaries sa MAWID, CoolArt, STEM A, and YUMS, no? Mga secretary, kindly check the permit of your classmates. Paki-take note po kung sino yung walang permit. Kasi kung sino lang yung may permit, sila lang po yung makaka-exam. Okay? And also, class, please be reminded that the exam will be available via ELMS starting April 12 until April 16 only. Take note that the exam will no longer be available after the set date. So, for example, April 16 ang last. April 17, wala na po sa ELMS ang exam natin. Di na po ako maka-allow na may mag-date ng April 17. So, imagine class, I'm giving you 5 days. 5 days to answer our exam. So, make sure to give time and make sure to study para masagutan ninyo yung ating third quarter exam sa PE. This is 30% of your grades. So, please, please, please study and make sure lang talaga na masagutan ninyo. I'm not pressuring you, kaya nga binibigyan ko kayo ng 5 days para sagutan yung exam. Okay? So, that's it for our third quarter online exam. So that's it for today, everyone. If you have questions and queries, don't hesitate to message me via MS Teams. Sasagutin po natin lahat ng questions ninyo. And hopefully, meron na tayong face-to-face next week. So make sure na huwag kalimutan yung ating mga materials na dadalhin. And huwag din kalimutan kung ano yung mga susuotin natin. I will be posting sa MS Teams kung sino yung mga kagrupo ninyo for our task performance. Okay? So, that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you've learned a lot from this discussion, and I hope to see you next week. So, thank you so much. God bless, keep safe, and stay hydrated, everyone. Bye!